Yo, we back. We back. Jigsaw and Company here with my guy Ace Brown, and we was talking about being a comedian during the pandemic. So, you being a comedian, what would be something that you would have done differently when the pandemic had started?
I think embrace social media a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm not really big on social media. I'll go on it, watch it, but I didn't do all of these skits and everything. I did. Funny thing is, I did start a TikTok, which actually is the only thing that really popped for me. Close to 10,000 followers on there or whatever. So that's the only thing that really popped. Other than that, that would be the one thing. That would definitely be the one thing.
I seen a lot of people like during this pandemic, especially like actors, they've been getting off like monologues.
Yeah, and that's true too. I thought about that. I thought about doing, what we talked about off air, like doing a series that's just through Instagram or just through social media. But it's hard to find other people. Then I thought about doing a one person, one person thing. The one thing I like about TikTok is, people say it's a kids app, but the one thing I say I like about it is they have this thing where you could duet someone, and there's a lot of people that put like movie scenes up. So you read one, you're reading one character as they're reading another, and basically you can do it. So there's a couple of them on there that I've done with people, where show my acting ability as well as my comedy.
Word. I caught a few pieces, and like I said, you would think like that. Okay, this is where we probably can find our diamond in the rough.
It's true, you can, but I think that because of what it wasn't like people were shut down for something very simple. We were shut down, us being shut down currently right now for a pandemic. All eyes is on how can we make this thing end. So I don't think that they're looking for it per se, but then once everything starts to relieve, I think they'll go back and find those people.
Like you would think, like, which personally I haven't seen nothing but like it would be like a virtual TV show or like a virtual movie. I mean, you got like Unfriend, like the horror movie that's like basically set up off web
off of this, yeah. There was a show that actually on CBS where when it first started, the pandemic first started, they did everything through Zoom. They did an episode through Zoom. I can't remember the name of the show, but a group of friends of mine who we have a play. We thought about trying to do the play through Zoom and stuff like that, but we was like it might be too hard. I don't know what happened to it, but we thought about doing that.
Who are some of your inspiration for your comedy, or you being a comedy?
All right, I'll give you 3 that are known and then 3 that are unknown. My unknown are way higher than my knowns. Inspiration in comedy that are known would be, of course, Kev, because of his overall persona. So Kevin Hart would be one. Another person would be Dane Cook.
Okay.
Dane Cook is another person. I like Dane Cook.
Before you get to your next one, why a lot of comedians don't like Dane Cook?
They said something about he was like racist or something like that. He was saying some racist stuff. I don't know. I just know him off of comedy. Okay. I don't follow him as much as I follow a lot of black comics. But I like Dane Cook's jokes. Like I just, his old stuff. I haven't heard anything new really, but like his old stuff had me hollering. Like I got on him based off of Pandora.
Okay.
I typed in Kevin Hart, and then of course it plays multiple people, and from there I just was like, yo, who's this dude? Like, who is this guy? And him and I forgot my man's name. He's a Mexican guy, Heavyset. Gabriel, yeah, he was another person I found out through that way. And I was like, yo, they funny, you know what I mean? But that's how I got on him. And then the third person is Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
And then a bonus person that is known would be some more.
Okay. She don't get her credit.
Yeah, some more.
Like I listen to like a lot of comedians because like y'all have a interesting mind and a different perspective because like I said, y'all looking to be funny, but when y'all talk about something serious,
Yeah.
or y'all talk about what's going on in the world, it's a different pill.
Yeah, it's a different pill, and then people go like, I ain't gonna do something like that. Make me laugh.
Exactly. So, but like I said, I like listening to because I listen to Joe Rogan a lot.
Okay.
I listen to Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
And Gary Owens. But
Gary Owens, yeah, I like Gary Owens too. He's cool. And then for my unknown, now my first unknown is actually, she is known, but a lot of people don't know her, is Coco Brown.
I heard of Coco.
I love Coco. I worked with her, and when I worked with her, she embraced me as a little brother. And one thing I like is Coco actually, me and her talked a long time, and she showed me like just the side of the game for females, and then she was like, yo, you're gonna always be overlooked because you're not that popular person. You gotta, you're not out there as much. You got to get to LA sometimes. You got to get to maybe Atlanta sometimes. You already been in New York, so people know you. But, she's one of those people that inspired me and helped me. I call her every now and again. The second person would be Talent.
Okay. I remember Talent.
He's still out here doing things. That's my big bro. And then another third person would be Jay. His name is Jay Barron, out of Jersey. Been on Def Jam before. And things of that nature. If you find old Def Jam series, he's on there. Been on there 2 or 3 times. But he's the person that got me not to where I am today, but got me to how I am today.
Elaborate on that.
When I first started doing comedy, you always looking for somebody, and this is where a lot of new comics mess up. They use social media as their way of guiding them through the ropes. The old school way is having a comedian of some stature bring you up under their wing and utilize their platform to get you somewhere. So we always looking for somebody to tag along with. We always looking for somebody to open up for, as they say. Jay didn't have a car. He needed a ride. So I was his gopher. I was his ride person, driving him to shows and everything. But he would put me on stage. He would go to the promoter or go to the host. Hey, my man Ace need to get on stage. Give him 5 minutes. Nah, Jay, we ain't got the time. Take 5 minutes out my time then.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? He's one of those types. And then I would get on, I would do my thing. And then eventually they would book me after. So I did that for about 2, maybe 3 years with Jay. But still to this day, that's my big bro right there. Like, he'll, we always, if he got something, he'll call me like, yo, come do this, or, so on and so forth. So he's always, he's the reason why I'm able to feel more free on stage, and bringing my comedy to life, especially when it comes from a female perspective.
So what did you take from each of your inspirations to help mold you?
All right, so going down the list again, from Kev, telling my story. He's the one who told me to tell my story. Dave Chappelle, I liked him. I just liked his aura of not changing.
Gotcha.
He didn't change, whether it be in front of a mainstream crowd or a black crowd. So I'm the same way. It's never going to be a time, and when I mean mainstream, I do mean white, predominantly white. Just want to clear that up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just how we use our terminology. But I'm the same way. You're never going to have somebody say, well, here he said these jokes this way, but in front of y'all, he said these jokes this. No. Excuse me, I'm saying it the same way. So, that's that. Dane Cook is the same way. His storytelling ability, I like that. So him and Kev was kind of the same way. Some more her being real, and because she's from Jersey, that's what sucked me to her.
Okay.
I was like, oh shoot, she from Jersey? That's what's up. You know, and the fact that, you know, she's real. You know, you can believe a lot of her jokes.
Yeah, I hear a lot of comedians say like she's the
queen of comedy in my eyes.
Like the best host.
Yeah. I've never seen her host, but I just know that she puts it down, and she rides with my man. My man 2 Ray opens up for her, and he always speaks highly of her, and he be like, yo, she's the queen. And I'm like, I could tell. Now going into other people, like I said, Coco showed me the behind the scenes stuff, so it helped me become a better understanding of the game, because I could wear my heart on my sleeve and get like upset over a lot of stuff, and she's the one who told me like, no, it's a part of it. This is not a race. It's a marathon. It's how long can you endure it.
Right.
Jay, well, I'll save Jay for last. Talent, his hosting.
Okay.
I learned how to host because of talent. I learned how to be as good of a host as a lot of people say I am because of talent. Watching talent work as a host. He's a great host in my eyes. And then Jay, because Jay is who basically my mannerisms when it comes to certain things, people that know Jay be like, yo, you're a baby Jay. And that's because I was around him so much. That's one person, and that's the crazy thing, to take our conversation full circle. If people saw how Jay is and then saw my set, they would say I was stealing from him more so than anything. You know what I mean? Because I act exactly like him. The only thing is he sings in his comedy. But I act exactly, me and him are, I was around him so much that I used to pick up on a lot of his things.
Right.
And I used to do a lot of his improv, like the way he would handle stuff, the way he would reenact a woman, I would do it the same way. And it was because we would talk about it so much that it's like being around somebody that you grew, like, you know, it's an older brother.
Right.
So I'm picking up on a lot of his stuff. So when they say it, that's why I'm like, nah, y'all know mainstream comedy. Y'all really want to sound comedy to somebody? It's this man right here. Like, so, yeah. He's the one, he's the reason why I do that. But I'm still not, I don't change my ways, but, you know, he's the one that, yo, you talking about a female, but you sound like you. Nah, do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. And then I would watch him do it, and I'm like, I'm gonna just do exactly what you did. And no lie, you know, just my improv picked up. But he say it all the time, like, nah, we're 2 different people. He's like, you think you do this. He's like, you'll do this better than me. Or he'll be like, nah, we totally different. But I picked it up because of watching him.
Do you still do the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Dad's Intervention?
Mm-hmm.
And how is that going for you?
It's going good. Me and my 2 co-hosts, my bros in comedy, Bill the Billionaire, Deacon Watson, Deacon Comedy as he calls himself. We do it every week. You know, it's on all platforms. Dad's Intervention Podcast, and it's going good. I mean, it's not getting the buzz that I think it should get, but I understand why, because people don't want to hear that positivity at times. They got to get bought onto it. Mm-hmm. And when you talking about from a man's perspective, men, we don't want to shed our feelings, and that's what we do on there. We don't shed our feelings, but we bring light to a lot of things, from relationships to parenting to sex.
And that's crazy, because that's conversations that we have with the mic off, with the camera.
And all we doing, it's crazy because when we were all together, it was 3 people talking with just mic and the camera. We didn't pinpoint it. We used to just talk about stuff.
Right. And
then we made it into segments, but it's still just real stuff that we either thinking about or whatever, or going through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of the ones that I have no filter. So we have an episode on there where me and my wife was arguing, and I had my daughter there. My wife popped up on the podcast cursing me out, telling something, you tried to take my daughter.
And you still let it fly.
Because I'm real. that's just me. My life is my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, I got up and walked off camera to handle this situation. But at the same time, like, they was like, yo, what the? They was like, you want to air this? Yeah, why not?
Wow. Most people be like, nah. We gonna chop it. We gonna edit over it.
Nah.
We gonna redo it.
Nah.
My man said he with the shits.
I'm with the shits. Like, and that's just because I'm just real. Like, it happens.
Right.
A lot of my comedy comes from a real place. So there's not a time. I don't write. And I'm not against people that write, but I don't write. I tell people all the time, if there's one person who got a lot of shit to talk about now because of all of it, me. I got so many stories of just things that happened from my 4-year-old. I come in one day, my 4-year-old tell me, guess what, Daddy? I'm like, what, baby? She's like, I'm a savage. Classy. Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? And I tell her sister, and she like, that's right, TikTok princess. Like, no, you don't encourage it. I got stories for days. My family is just funny. You know what I mean? So we do this. This is what I do. My wife knows it. At first, my wife used to get mad. Now she's like, I know you're going to put this on stage. I know you're going to talk about this. My family knows it. Oh, I'm going to be on stage. Oh, yeah. If it's strong enough where I think it could work, yeah, I'm putting you on stage.
And so you don't get no, like, I mean, I know you said your wife gave you, a little lip about that beforehand, but now she knows.
She knows that I know. See, the thing is, all of the story, some of it becomes ad-lib. I mean, some of it becomes imagination, and you mix imagination with reality.
Right.
So my mom is an author, and she coined a phrase that I thought was kind of dope, called reality fiction. And that's basically what my jokes are. It's reality fiction. I'm going to take the reality and mix it with a little bit of fiction and make it into it. You know what I mean? Something that may have happened, I'm going to elaborate. I may make it seem worse than what it really was, because I know that's going to get more to laugh. Right. So I'm not going to take something that's going to embarrass her, as opposed to something that, you know what I mean? She knows. My wife knows the parts that are false and which part is true, and I never put her in a light where people, look at her funny. They'll look at her like, I tell her, all women are crazy. All women are crazy.
All women are crazy.
Yeah, all women are crazy. So, she knows that part, and she's fine with that. And, so there's a joke about her following me on a laptop with my cell phone or whatever like that. And she tell people all the time, yeah, I did it, and I'll do it again. And that's it. My wife is notorious for, especially now, she'll FaceTime me just to make sure that I'm where I say I am. So
I understand.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I can tell when she ain't got, because she ain't talking about nothing. She just FaceTime me. Yeah, what's up, mom? Huh? You called me.
Oh yeah.
What you doing? The same thing I told you. I'm at the store. Oh, they still got stuff in it? It's food. Yes. It is food in here. You want to see the bread? No. All right.
I got a coworker that's like that. His wife will blow his phone up. He said he got to the point where he just be like, I just deal with it when I get home.
Yeah. That's it. That's all you can do. You just smile and that's it.
So, Ace, what are you trying to create as far as the Ace Brown brand? Where do you see yourself going?
Owning a comedy club.
That would be something very, very needed, because a lot of comedy clubs is shutting down, or they're not getting the love and the respect that they should have.
Well, not only that, they're not allowing black comics to make a way for themselves. There's never a time. where there's not a place where underground black comics can come and still get the same recognition that a mainstream comic goes. You know, there's, you know, most of the time, you know, and it's because it's not ran by comedians. A lot of these comedy club places are not ran by comics. They don't have a comic on their team at all. It's them, the owners, they got a place, they know that it makes money, you sell it, and all they're doing is saying, well, we're gonna go, and I'm just using names, I don't want people thinking that I'm taking shots. We're gonna take DC Young Fly. DC Young Fly is gonna bring whoever, but we know that he's gonna sell out tickets. But DC Young Fly may not be funny. He's not funny at all. And him not being funny, they don't care because he's selling tickets. You know, now DC Young Fly, and I used him because he's an exception to the rule. DC Young Fly is a student of the game.
Right.
A lot of people, you know, I've never met him, but he's a student of the game from what I hear, where a lot of people was like, yo, nah, he goes to open mics. He works on his craft. So, you know, I'm able to use him. But there are comics that have the social media presence, maybe not as much as him, but close to him, that they can't stay on stage for 30 minutes strong. They biting jokes, they taking jokes from other comics, and they don't have a show. But they can sell some seeds. My thing is, I want to bring pure comedy where you can bring your own opener. You can bring your own opener, but guess what? There's going to be another person that's going to get an opportunity as well.
And I think that's where a lot of people lack at is once you get to a certain spot, you don't pull somebody up.
Yeah, and they don't. And then, like I said, you have a lot of comedians who are still bitter. They don't want that heat in front of them. They like I don't want that. That's too much. That's too much show, as they call it. That's too much show in front of me. Now, if you a headliner, do your thing.
Right.
They coming to see you anyway. You know, you got to know how to position it. And that's why I said a lot of people don't understand that you can't have 6 comics on the show and still have a successful show. That's too many. You know, that could be looked at as too many comics unless you have them running rapid fire. So my thing is, there's not too many comedy clubs that are ran by comedians. I think there may be 2 or 3 in the country.
Wow.
So that's what I want to do. And then there's only like 7 black-owned comedy clubs in the country.
So where's your ideal location? Or you have
I want to get in towns where it's big enough to hold its own, but it's not the popular city. The only popular city that I can see myself being in is Newark.
Okay.
I want a comedy club in my hometown. But a place like here, Fayetteville, where it ain't as big as Raleigh.
Right.
It ain't as big as Charlotte. It ain't as popular as Greensboro. It ain't as popular as Winston-Salem. Or Wilmington. You get what I'm saying? Those places may be popular to the outside skirts. I'm not talking about North Carolina residents.
Right.
To the outside skirts. You'll hear those names before you hear Fayetteville. And then you hear Fayetteville and like, ain't that where the Army base is? Like, you know what I mean? They don't understand it. So, but most of your entertainment, where people go for entertainment, is Raleigh, Charlotte. But it's big enough to have its own. Why not having its own?
That's true.
Why don't it have its own?
That's
Another place is what's the name of it? It's in Florida.
Not Pasadena.
No. Is it Tampa Bay? I think it's Tampa Bay. And they have the Tampa Bay Improv. It might be Tampa Bay, it might be somewhere else. But it's like they go outside to find their own. They go outside of the city. We gotta go to this big city. You know what I mean?
And that's the same thing I do backtrack, like you said about Fayetteville having their own. That's what I be talking to my music friends about. Like, y'all need to come together and, you know, build some type of entertainment where it's just Fayetteville. Like I said, we got different sounds. You got different types of talent, just like a Raleigh, just like a Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to come together.
Yeah, and that's what I want to perform an arts center in a place like here where anybody can come.
You know what? What's crazy is the last episode that I just dropped. Shouts to G the Villain. He was talking about opening like a rec center or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I want to do like a performing arts school where it's something like a Chicago where it's just dedicated to
the arts.
Craft.
And that's what I want to do. I want to do a performing arts center where you can have people that are having acting classes. Kids could come and pay for acting classes, or adults could come and pay for acting classes. You can have improv classes. You can have plays, you know, along with the comedy. So that's what I want to do. I want to work on that.
And that's, like I said, there's dope. That's crazy dope like that you thought about that, because like I said, that's something that I've been, you know, thinking about doing. And then like, you know, as you get older, you be like, oh, like we talked about off cam, where, you know, I got pitched the idea of something I should have did like 5 years ago, but now it's becoming popular. It's a school in California that they go to school from like 8 to 4, but like from 8 to 12, core classes and like one elective that is NCAA credit.
Your science, your math, everything that you have to do, and then in the afternoon they do their talents.
For 4 hours straight training and basketball. That is it.
Oh, basketball. Oh, okay.
I forgot the name of the school, but it's somewhere in California. And I'm like, can you imagine like how good
these players are? Well, the thing is, my daughter right now goes to a performing arts school up in Jersey. My oldest daughter. She goes to a performing arts school up in Jersey. And it's similar to that. She takes her classes, even with virtual learning right now. She does her math, science, all of the cores. But then for an hour and a half a day, she has dance. That's her major.
Wow.
So that's one of her classes, dance.
And like you said,
and there's other kids that's in there for music. There's other kids that's up in there for singing. And they have those type of schools. And the only thing is that I don't see, like I would love to be able to say, okay, well, you know what? I have people that are teaching you how to act. And then you put on a play. You know, they have performing arts school. They have performing arts schools that entertain, but sometimes you want that extra step, because some of those teachers don't have the background of acting per se. They done it. They did it before. But they don't know how to say the opportunity that I had. Let me make a phone call. Let's see if we can get this manager to come in and see you. Those teachers just like this, oh, we're going to get you ready for college.
Yeah,
and, you know, yeah, but it's a job for them. But they don't have that schooling where they like this, nah, we doing this, and you're going to do a play, and we're going to record it, and we're sending it off to these places, and so on and so forth. So
just like basically they don't have that eye or that's crazy.
And then I also want to do, which big shout out to my man too, Ray, who does it up in Philly. I would love to eventually go into doing a comedy college where it gives people the opportunity to learn the art of stand-up.
Okay.
Learn how to formulate a joke, learn how to write jokes, and then give them an opportunity to see if they want to get into stand-up comedy.
So I got some plans that I'm writing down, and I'm most definitely gonna need you for some of it.
Yeah, let me know.
College, that'd be dope. Yeah. It's something like I said, it's something different and it's out of the ordinary, and it's something that you would not expect. And I can see a lot of people. Yeah,
some people want to actually do that. They just want to see if they could do it.
Right.
Some people just want to do it as a dare. Some people, you know what I mean? You don't have to do it. You know, for real, you don't have to take it serious. Like my thing would never be, oh, if you sit here and sign up, it wouldn't be an astronomical amount of money where it's like, oh man, I gotta invest all of this money into it. You know, no, you're paying for maybe 6 weeks of training or whatever, and then you have like a graduation where you invite your family and friends to come out, and you know, you learning all of the things from learning how to write a joke to learning how to deliver the joke. You know, and do that. But you know, I want to get my credits up a little bit more before I do that, because when people go to say, well, who are you?
Right.
I want to be able to say, well, I've done this and I've done this and I've done this and I've been in the game, X amount of years. So that's why I said in about maybe in 5 years that'll be 17 years. So that might be okay. To start doing it maybe. Depending on how everything. You never know. Some blow up. I might be like, no, I'm starting that in 2 years. I also want to bring. I also want to do a comedy competition where I could bring multiple comics and do a competition where they can put on for the comedy club, and people be like, man, I'm just going there. I just want a place where people could say they enjoy stuff. That they're looking for different arts, and it's more than just partying and dancing.
Yeah, I think most definitely Fayetteville needs more of the comedy scene, because like when you hear it, it'd be like that week of,
and that's the problem. That's the problem exactly right there. That people think that it's like a party. They just want to. No, I want something where people can go by, and you can see the tickets of who's coming. But then you also know that it's a quality place that no matter who's going to be there, you can take your wife, your husband, celebrate your birthday and just enjoy yourself. You're going to get a good show regardless. They do it everywhere else. Why they can't do it here?
That's true. That's true. What is something that you would tell a younger comedian that's getting ready to step into the comedy world?
Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. Unless.
Okay.
Of course there's unless. Unless there's. Don't do it unless you are serious. And the reason why I say that is because there's a whole lot of people who get into this comedy thing because their family and friends told them that they're funny. But they don't know that the time that you have to put into this to really make it worth your while, there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. There's going to be a lot of arguing with your mate if you have one, of why you got to be out of this, why you got to be this way. If you a male, why this girl all up in your face? Why you taking pictures with this one? Why you doing that? So don't do it unless you're serious. Because when you're serious about something, now you have every reason to argue and fight for it. You get what I'm saying?
I believe that should be, that can go across entertainment, period.
Yes, it can.
Any type of platform.
It can.
With, radio, music, acting. Because I was talking to the boy Rico, and he was like, he didn't know how to balance his music with his love life. So he might be going hard with his music, but his love life down here.
And you still had that depression. You missing it. But to also answer your question on a comedy purpose, if let's say they serious, what I would tell a younger comic is keep writing, and that could mean either physically writing or just writing in your head. Keep writing and keep creating. Never get to the point that you are stagnant, and don't think that everything's gonna work every time. So you gotta keep being creative. All your jokes ain't gonna always work. Become a student in the game. Read up on how to develop your set, things to that nature. So put the time and energy into it. That's what I would definitely say.
What you got going? What you got coming up, man?
Well, it depends on when you airing this.
We'll talk off camera on this one.
Okay, because I'll just say the dates. I'll just say the dates. November, what is it? 4th? November 4th? 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. November 7th. November 7th, okay. I'll be in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'll be there. November 21st, I'll be in Fayetteville. Fayetteville has a show at Heart and Soul on Ramsey Street. Okay. So all of you people that hopefully it'll be out before then, get your tickets. Get your tickets for November 21st. It will be our second show there. At Heart and Soul, got my man A.G. White from New York. P. Diddy's Bad Boy Comedy. He's gonna be on. He's the headliner, and I have Goldie from Flavor of Love.
Okay.
She's on the bill, and then I have another comic, and of course I'm hosting it. So it's gonna be a fantastic show. The first one was a success. We had some people there. So this show we looking for. We have that. Still got my podcast going on every Monday. Every Monday my podcast is on. You can catch it on Facebook, YouTube, all streaming sites. You catch it, all of that. And then November 14th, I'm online. You can get the tickets. I don't know how they can get the tickets. Hold up. I'll tell you right now, real quick. Yeah, you can get the tickets. The tickets for that one, you will go online to P as in Peter Z comedy show, and that's given by Zeta Phi Beta Sorority. So it's bit.ly/PZZ comedy show.
I'll put that in the description so y'all be able to get that.
Yeah, so I'll send you that flyer now, so that way you can have it and see the link and everything. And you guys, that's November 14th. So I got a couple things lined up, and just out here grinding.
Out here grinding. That's how it's supposed to.
And then of course I got my shirts. I was rich until I had children. So if you want a shirt, I also do masks as far as it. And then of course hoodies, and so whatever way you want, different prices, different colors.
There's so much truth to that.
Yeah, I think every parent. That's what it's funny, because when I started saying it, I was trying to figure out something that I never wanted. I'm not too much of a fan of somebody just having something that says my name, like a lot of people. So I was like, I want something that people actually gonna want to wear.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
like merch wise, like
I want something that people actually gonna wear, and I can just be like, yeah, it's mine. So, me having this, I've seen a lot of people that just actually wear it, and they're like, yo, I got your shirt. And it's like, I love that saying, because it's so true, and I'm like, yeah,
there's so much truth to that.
Yeah.
So plug yourself, man, where they can find you.
Find me on Instagram at I am Ace Brown, Facebook Ace Brown. If you do Snapchat, I am Ace Brown. If you do TikTok, I am Ace Brown. Everything is I am Ace Brown. So just hit me up, and definitely, man, just if you want to book me, hit me up on there, and I'll give you my email once it happens. It is me. It's ran by me. It's not like it's somebody else that's checking my stuff. Not that I know of. I don't know if my wife check it. She could be sneaking in my stuff again. Yeah, your boy did some crazy shit before. But I don't know. Babe, you still checking my stuff? She ain't answer, so I don't know. But at any rate, I'm the only one to answer it, so I'll get back to you.
Yeah, man. Like you said, man, them dates. I don't know if y'all be able to catch the Colorado, but
yeah,
the 14th.
Come on, 14th you can catch it online, and then the 21st if you're in the Fayetteville area, come on out, have a good time.
Heart and Soul on Ramsey Street. Ace Brown. Who are your parents? Please go stream that.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Go stream that on all streaming platforms. Great dude. Great, funny man. I support him. This gonna be a long friendship, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I most definitely respect and enjoy this man craft and what he does. I have a lot of respect for him.
Appreciate it, man. Likewise.
Giving your roses while you can receive.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. A lot of people, I gotta give it to you, man. One thing I say, I've always told you, you're a hustler. Being able to, not take no for an answer, or not sitting there saying, well, you know what? I gotta wait till I got the studio equipment to do this. I've watched you do interviews after interview after interview, and just keep grinding. And that's what it's about. Just constantly grinding the pavement, to get your thoughts out there. Exactly. From your movies to even doing this. So keep doing what you do, man. You definitely got, I respect the craft and respect the hustle. Be in the same game for the most part. And I always support whatever you need. I got you.
Most definitely. So, like you said, I am Ace Brown
On everything.
And you know me, Jigsaw Blue, 26 IG. If you want to catch me, I'm on IG mostly, but all streaming platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM app. If you don't got it, download it. It's a whole bunch of podcasts on there that's dope from different diverse people. Please go check them out. But Jigsaw Company, every Wednesday, please subscribe, like, share.
Do that.
And
that's the only way we get better, by supporting people. So definitely make sure you guys do that.
So I am Jigsaw Blue.
I'm Ace Brown.
And it's another episode of Jigsaw Company. Thank you.
Huh?